This morning on a violent crash in the Florence Graham neighborhood of South Los Angeles that killed 3 people. It was breaking news on Today in L.A. Well, since then, we have learned one of those killed is just 14 years old. NBC4's Tony Ginyard is at the crash site now with the very latest.
Friends and family members of the victims have already put down flowers just outside the Wells Fargo where the crash took place. As in many investigations, the initial information we reported earlier this morning has been updated. We've been able to confirm that one of the 3 victims killed in this crash was only 14 years old. The teenager has been identified by the LA County Coroner's Office as Maishan Logan. He was a passenger in the Toyota that was going at a high rate of speed along Florence Avenue when it veered out of control, hit a couple of parked cars, and slammed into the front of the Wells Fargo bank. One person was ejected. A second passenger who was killed has been identified as 23-year-old Quindian Holmes. The name of the third person killed will not be made public until his relatives are notified. We're waiting for the CHP to identify the 20-year-old Hawthorne man who was behind the wheel, the driver. He is in ICU, and charges against him are pending. He is potentially facing 3 counts of vehicular manslaughter from the crash that happened just before 11 o'clock last night. And in the hours that followed, so many people began to gather here outside the bank. Officers were called in to help with crowd control. Emotions, grief on display at this loss of life. A teenager and 2 men killed, another facing charges. A woman in one of the parked cars that was hit was injured. And at this point, investigators do not believe street racing, alcohol, or drugs were factors in this crash. Excessive speed, however, is being blamed. In the Florence Graham community of South LA, Tony Ginyard, NBC4 News.